It's a pleasure to meet you in
Likewise.
person, and I wanted to congratulate you on being the Oscar submission for Belgium.
For Belgium.
So, how was that news? What happened when that came through?
I don't know. I think there was like a national competition, so a couple of films. Director had to submit the film and in front of a commission that select what they thought it was the most interesting project. And to be honest, the fact that I was illegal for 2 years at between 18 and 20 years old was part of my case of the way I explained the project. And I thought it was also interesting as Congolese, because I'm also Congolese, to represent Belgium means something culturally, historically,
I know.
and
That's
so
a
many
loaded,
layers.
loaded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what were you really excited? What was your first? What was the first thing you did when you received the news?
I was really happy, and also the pressure because it's a campaign. So that means you have to convince people. You have to talk about what you're doing. You have to tell your story to a lot of people. So that means a lot of interviews.
You're going to be
And
doing a lot of it.
but I think, to be honest with you, I don't think that we have chance to go to the nomination because the level is really there is a lot of masters. I mean, in competition there is
I'm going to be quiet.
Finland, UK, Italian. There is a lot of big countries, a lot.
But your film premiered in Cannes, and
Yeah.
it had quite a lot of attention. So that's also a great sort of Cannes and Venice, Toronto,
Yeah.
and Telluride are the great indicators of things to come. So you never know.
You never know. Anyway, we're gonna try and we're gonna push for this film because, like you say, you mentioned Cannes. It was there was people from the Congolese government that went to the red carpet with us, and so they really spread out the image, and it has a huge impact in the Congolese culture, so that we could also have access to cinema. And this type of recognition for film, which is an art form that is minor compared to music or painting in Congo. So it was an interesting moment for that.
Um, Martin Scorsese and Noah Baumbach talk about
Just some newcomers.
Talk
Yeah.
about the importance of the vibration of words, which is interesting because your name carries a very special vibration.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my name Baloji means a group of sorcerer. And like I often say, is when your name is Baloji, it's really meaning like, hi, my name is sorcerer or demon or devil. So it's connected to bad force or bad energy. So it's not an easy name to live with. Yeah, get through that experience.
Is that why your first film is named Omen?
Yeah, because I wanted to tackle
Your first
that.
feature.
I wanted to tackle that subject matter of assignments based on the way people can perceive you, and it's not only the story of coffee going back to Congo after 20 years. It's also a woman who's 35 and doesn't want to have a kid and have a free sexuality that is against certain morals rules, and she's perceived as a witch. It's the same in Congo as it's the same in London. Sadly, the society just always have this moral value that lead us to certain decision and way to do our life in a certain way.
But you gave your lead character, instead of a name that carries vibration, a very specific mark.
Yeah, you have how you call it?
A beauty mark?
A beauty mark.
I have a port wine stain here.
A wine stain.
Yeah, a port wine stain. Yeah.
Yeah, it has that, but also the other characters. And I think it's a movie that has like 4 different characters, which is make it more difficult for people to dive into the film because we are used to have just linear narrative. And I really love to present this movie as an ensemble. So that coffee is mirror with the street kids that embrace the fact that people consider him as a sorcerer. So it's interesting that they mirror each other. One feel like a guilt, like a curse, and the other one embrace that statue. And the two women also have some mirror to each other. There is one that says, okay, if you see me as a witch, I don't care, I'm free. And the mom, which is the last character, understand that maybe she spent too much time ignoring that she could be free as well.
You come from a background famously in music,
Yeah.
and the music in this film is also a character. It's also very specific
Yeah.
choice. How did you work? Did you work with someone, or did you do your own music?
Yeah,
Supervising?
I work with somebody. It was difficult because they really want to make something very classical or very score. So we really had to rearrange everything with my editor and change the point of view and to have a music that doesn't take too much, but is also part of the narrative. Just like the city, just as the location, as the clothes, as that we give a lot of textures so the experience can become more tangible.
And my last question is very mundane. Is there a film?
Mundane.
Mundane,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a nice
Is there
word.
a film or a filmmaker that you love to go back to time and again to watch on a bad day, maybe?
You mentioned earlier
Scorsese and Noah Baumbach.
I love both of them, but I have to say that recently I'm thinking a lot of Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh,
a lot.
okay.
He's in, I don't know the guy, but he's in my mind a lot. I mean, his films, his approach to cinema, his consistency. Because I hate when people tell me it's your time. I'm like, no, I don't want it. That is my time. I want that my time is in 5 years or in 10 years. And yeah, I don't want that. This is my time. I just want to see that you can do a career because it's the most important. And I love the way he articulates his career, the way he chooses film, the way, yeah.
And you can never
inspiring.
anticipate what is next, right?
Exactly, that's what I love.
Yeah.
You don't have to love all his film, but when you look at as an ensemble, it's amazing.
Thank you. This was such a pleasure. Thank you.
Likewise.